In the heart of the African savanna, where the grass sways gently in the breeze and the lions roar in the distance, there lived a tribe known as the Maasai. Among them, in a small village nestled between the rolling hills, was a tale of wonder and curiosity that echoed through generations, the tale of the boy born with the head of a cow. Long ago, in a time when the stars painted the sky with their brilliance and the spirits of the land danced in the moonlight, a couple from the Maasai tribe eagerly awaited the birth of their first child. As the days passed and the anticipation grew, whispers spread among the villagers, foretelling of a child unlike any other. When the time finally arrived, the mother labored under the watchful gaze of the tribal elders, and with the rising sun, she brought forth her child into the world. But to the astonishment of all who gathered, the infant boy emerged with a head resembling that of a majestic cow, complete with 2 large, gentle eyes and soft, velvety ears. The village fell into a hushed awe as they beheld the sight before them. Some whispered of curses, while others spoke of blessings from the spirits of the land. Yet, despite the uncertainty that lingered in the air, the parents embraced their son with unwavering love and acceptance. As the boy grew, he faced the curious stares of the other children and the cautious whispers of the adults, but within him burned a spirit as resilient as the acacia trees that dotted the savannah, and he faced each day with courage and determination. His parents named him Kito, meaning precious in their tongue, for they saw beyond his unusual appearance and recognized the beauty within. They nurtured him with tender care, teaching him the ways of their people and instilling in him the values of courage, kindness, and respect for all living things. Despite the initial skepticism of the villagers, Kito's gentle nature and compassionate heart soon won them over. He became known for his kindness toward animals, often spending hours beneath the shade of the baobab tree, speaking softly to the creatures of the land as though they were his kin. Among his closest companions was a young calf named Simba, whose playful antics never failed to bring joy to Kitita's heart. Together, they would roam the grasslands, their laughter mingling with the rustle of the wind and the song of the birds. Yet, as Kito grew older, he became increasingly aware of the whispers that followed him wherever he went. Some spoke of him with fear, believing him to be touched by dark magic, while others viewed him with pity, lamenting his supposed misfortune. But Kito paid little heed to the words of others, for he knew that true strength lay not in the opinions of others, but in the courage to be oneself. And so, with a heart full of determination, he set out to prove to the world that he was more than the sum of his parts. One day, as the sun dipped low on the horizon, and the colors of dusk painted the sky in hues of gold and crimson, tragedy struck the village. A pride of hungry lions descended upon the livestock, their roars echoing through the night like thunder. The villagers scrambled to defend their animals, brandishing spears and shouting warnings into the darkness. But amidst the chaos and confusion, one sound rose above the rest, a cry of fear and desperation, echoing from the heart of the savannah. Without hesitation, Kito sprang into action, his heart pounding with a courage born of love and compassion. With Simba at his side, he raced toward the source of the cry, his mind ablaze with determination to protect those in need. As he emerged from the shadows, Kito beheld a sight that filled him with both sorrow and resolve: a young gazelle, its leg caught in a snare, thrashing in futile attempts to free itself. Without a moment's hesitation, Kito approached the terrified creature, his eyes filled with empathy and determination. With gentle hands and soothing words, he calmed the gazelle's fears and set to work freeing it from its bonds. With each careful movement, he felt the weight of the world lift from his shoulders, replaced by a sense of purpose and fulfillment unlike any he had ever known. But as he worked, the lions drew ever closer, their hungry eyes fixed upon their prey. With a fierce determination, Kito stood his ground, his gaze unwavering as he faced the beasts that threatened to tear his world apart. At that moment, a hush fell over the savannah, broken only by the sound of Kito's steady breath and the beating of his heart. And then, with a roar that shook the earth to its very core, he unleashed a cry of defiance, a cry that echoed across the plains, calling forth the courage and strength of all who heard it. And in that moment something miraculous happened. From the shadows emerged the spirits of the land, their forms shimmering like stars in the night sky. With a wave of their hands and a whispered chant upon their lips, they wove a tapestry of magic and wonder, enveloping Quito in a shimmering cloak of light. As the light faded, a transformation took place, a transformation that left the villagers gasping in awe and wonder. For where once there stood a boy with the head of a cow, there now stood a figure of radiant beauty and grace, a figure whose very presence seemed to illuminate the darkness with a light unlike any other. With a heart full of gratitude and humility, Quito turned to the spirits of the land, his eyes shining with newfound understanding. And in that moment he knew that he was no longer bound by the limitations of his physical form, but free to embrace the boundless potential that lay within. And so, with a sense of purpose and determination burning bright within his heart, Quito set out into the world, his spirit soaring on wings of courage and compassion. And though his journey was long and fraught with challenges, he faced each obstacle with strength and resilience born of the love that flowed through his veins. And as he roamed the vast expanse of the savannah, his laughter mingled with the song of the wind and the whispers of the grass, echoing through the ages as a testament to the power of love, courage, and the indomitable spirit of the human heart. As fate would have it, Quito's journey led him to the neighboring village of the Maasai, where he beheld the most beautiful girl he had ever seen, a vision of grace and beauty, her eyes as radiant as the morning sun and her smile as warm as the embrace of the wind. Her name was Amani, meaning peace in their language, and from the moment their eyes met, Quito knew that she was the one he had been searching for, the one who would complete him in ways he had never imagined possible. With trembling hands and a heart full of hope, Quito approached Amani and declared his love for her, his voice ringing with sincerity and passion. And to his delight, Amani's eyes sparkled with joy and affection, for she saw in Quito a kindred spirit, a soul as pure and true as her own. And so, amidst the whispers of the wind and the songs of the birds, Quito and Amani were joined in holy matrimony, their hearts entwined in a bond that would withstand the tests of time and adversity. Together they built a life filled with love, laughter, and countless blessings, a life that defied the expectations of those who had once doubted them. And as the years passed, their love only grew stronger, like the roots of the baobab tree that anchored them to the earth. In time, Amani gave birth to 3 daughters, each more beautiful than the last, their laughter ringing through the village like the chimes of 1,000 bells. And as Quito held his precious daughters in his arms, he knew that his life was complete, that he had found in them the true meaning of happiness and fulfillment. And so, the tale of the boy born with the head of a cow lived on in the hearts and minds of the Maasai people, a timeless reminder of the beauty that lies within us all, waiting to be discovered and embraced. And that is the end of my story today. Kindly leave a comment of where you are watching from and what you have learned from the story. Remember to subscribe to my channel. See you on my next one. Thank you. Bye.